Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am just Shawnee and today we're going to be watching TikTok scary stories. And you know, it's scary ridiculous how good this shirt is, honey. Go ahead and cop this shirt. The link is in the description. And also the product of the day is in the description. Go ahead and check that out as well. And while you're checking out stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and ring that bell so you'll be notified every time I post a video. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting, likes. I appreciate the shares.
The man behind me is the real-life human Dracula. His name is Tsutomu Miyazaki. He was born with a deformity that fused his wrists with his hands, so he was bullied a ton growing up. Then one day, later on in adulthood in 1988, something snapped in him. He started abducting little children, specifically little girls, and engaging in necrophilia. He would strangle his victims to death and then engage with their corpse. He would even go as far as removing some of their body parts like their hands and feet and even their teeth. One way that made him also very similar to Jeffrey Dahmer, he would pose these bodies in different ways and photograph them. On one of his last instances before he got caught, he drank the blood of a little girl, and then right after that he ate her hand. One day he was at the playground trying to take pictures of more little kids, and the father intervened and stopped him. So Mr. Dracula behind me fled on foot, naked, and was caught by the cops later on. That's when they discovered his disturbing collection of photos and body parts inside of his apartment. However, he blamed it on his alter ego named the Rat Man. They were not playing any games with this guy. They immediately sentenced him to death. The government hung him on June 17th of 2008. Let me know what you guys think about the Rat Man or Dracula in the comment section below. And as always, these videos are for informational purposes only.
Yo, that was real crazy. Real crazy. People, I don't know. I don't know what'll be wrong with people. What are you doing? Stop. Ugh. I'm glad he got caught, but I'm really upset that it happened. Like, what? And there's some people who deep dive about this and try to, make some logic out of this somehow. But I'm just like, man, what? Nothing can justify how messed up that is. Messed up, disgusting. Like, no, that's not okay. Protect our children, especially our little girls. Protect them, because people are wow. Ain't nobody got time. Let's protect each other. Look out for each other.
Top 10 Paranormal Experiences, Part 1. The last one's going to be one of my personal stories, so if you'd like to just skip ahead and check that out, you are more than welcome to. Also, potential trigger warning for anyone that gets super creeped out by really weird ghost stuff. You have been warned. One day after school, I was in my bedroom getting my homework out, and I hear my little sister coming up the stairs. I started talking to her once I saw her passing my door. I heard her go into her room and shut the door. I got up, still talking to her, and went to her door. It was open. No one was there. Godsmacked, I turned, looked around, and said, "Hello?" Nothing. I looked everywhere. Nothing. Went downstairs and looked. Nothing. I was home alone, and it was dead silent after that. Sitting in my rocking chair one day, I felt like someone was leaning on my chair, tilting me back. Told my son to get off the chair. Right then, he walked out of the room saying, "What?" His door was in front of me, and he had been playing on his Xbox. My apartment used to be an old hospital. Well, your mistake was getting a rocking chair while you live in what used to be an old hospital. And we all know that those have a 100% haunt rate 100% of the time. One time, my family and I were finally watching a horror movie together. I'm the horror movie person in the family. And during the movie, it was thundering outside with heavy rain. During the movie, right after an intense jump scare, one of the pictures that was hung up on our wall fell to the floor. It scared all of us. We have literally never had any pictures fall ever until that moment during a horror movie based on a true story. There was an old trunk in my old house that never got opened and had a small tree on it constantly. We once heard scratching coming from inside it and then knocking. Opened it and there was nothing there. I dropped my friend off. Granddaughter in the back seat. She's about 3. She tells me about Piper. I say, "Who's Piper?" She says, "Lady in Shirley's seat." No one in the car but us. I thought if there was someone in the passenger seat, I'm gonna crash. I look over, no one there. She continued to talk to her all the way home and asked if she could come in with us. No, she can't. My friends and I were walking from the train station back to my friend's place. While we walked and talked, a youngish lady walked towards us. To our left was a fenced-off drop of about 10 feet. To our right was a busy road. We shuffled to the fenced-off side to let her pass. She didn't say thank you. I turned around immediately after she passed and she was gone. She wasn't on the opposite side of the road and there's no gate or steps in the fenced off part. Cannot explain it at all. I was on Star Island in New Hampshire. Very haunted, like so many spirits reside there, like the Lady in White, Oscar the Fisherman, the BB triplets, etc. And one night, I saw a woman all in white take 3 steps and vanish into thin air. I told my friend, and I was like, my eyes are playing tricks on me. And she was like, or you saw the Lady in White. She's pretty friendly and harmless. I also saw faces in windows as I was walking by certain buildings and got freaked out. The other people there told me not to worry since the island was haunted. Nothing too creepy ever happened, but I've certainly believed in the paranormal ever since. Yesterday I watched The Conjuring 2. After it ended, I got ready to go take a bath, so my TV goes on that standby mode. Came back to my room after a 45-minute bath, procrastinated getting dressed for about 20 minutes. So at that point, the movie ended over an hour ago and my TV has been on the standby screensaver black screen for probably 30 minutes. As I'm looking for socks, my TV is still black, but suddenly creepy music starts playing. I'm like, huh? That's not my TV. Can't be. Brush it off. And then it goes to the little speech intro. TV still black. The movie restarted without picture on Netflix. Moved into my grandmother's home after she passed. My mom and stepdad went to Florida and my bestie was staying with me. One night, just after midnight, she and I heard the kitchen drawers and cupboards open and close. No one else was in the house at the time. I said, Graham, everyone is fine. The news and weather are on. It is time for bed and prayers. All the noises stopped. So I lived in a haunted house from 2008 up until this year, so I've experienced a lot of freaky paranormal stuff. So one really creepy experience I've had was one night I was playing guitar in my room and I was sitting in the corner of my room, so my field of view was every inch of the room. I need you all to know that it was dark outside. My ceiling fan was off, there was no one in my room, so there was no light coming in for anyone to cast shadows. Well, at one point I looked up and saw a silhouette on the wall of someone walking in my room. The shadow was easily over like 6 foot tall, so it was a bit taller than me. So I ended up just sitting there for like an extra 30 minutes, not moving, on high alert, waiting for something else to happen. And then nothing happened after like 30 minutes, so I just got up and ran downstairs. And that was the first time I ever saw shadow figures in that house. I have a lot more of these type of stories, so if you're interested in hearing more, just let me know. And if you're someone who doesn't believe in any paranormal stuff, how do you explain all of this? How does all of this type of stuff happen? Explain it.
I would like for someone to explain it, especially church folks who don't believe in it or say it's not real, you know. I would like for them to explain this because all my life I've been told that it really ain't real no more. You know what I'm saying? I love that song. Everybody like that song. But I was told this, and now you hear stories. Now the TikTok's around, I hear stories about all this stuff happening, all these instances happening to people. So yeah, people who share the same experiences and stuff. You know, I don't know. We're just gonna keep on going. Keep on going.
The dark side of housekeeping that nobody talks about. The paranormal activity, especially when you're working graveyard. I don't know if you guys know of Luxor Hotel. It's like this big black pyramid in Las Vegas. That's where I was my first job housekeeping. There's this weird background story of these construction workers that fell as they were building it. So I'm doing a room. I'm on I believe the 13th floor. That was a red flag right there. The number 13 is just infamous for being all kind of bad. I'm on the 13th floor and I'm doing my rooms and this is around like New Year's Eve, so it's packed, but everybody's like, it's Vegas, so it's nighttime, nightlife, everybody is doing their thing. Nobody's really in the rooms. Everybody's out and about, you know, just doing the Vegas thing. It's so quiet during graveyard. It's so fucking quiet. You can hear yourself breathing sometimes. Like if you can't hear the music or anything, you can hear yourself breathing. And I get chills when I still think about this. I hear this voice say, "Excuse me, ma'am." And I'm in the bathroom. So like the bathrooms are fairly close to the door. So when you're cleaning the rooms, you have your car parked in front of the door. So I come from the bathroom thinking that person's right there because that's how close it sounds to me, thinking that they're right there by my cart. I go out to the cart. Baby, there's nobody fucking there. There's nobody fucking there. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, maybe they were just like, it was just like a hi, bye kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe they were drinking, just saw me like, "Excuse me, ma'am." So I go back to cleaning And I'm cleaning out the sink this time, but I hear it again. Excuse me, ma'am. You know, like more of like a, excuse me, ma'am. Like trying to get past me or something. I hear it again. I look, and it's fucking cold, like right in front of me. Right in front of me. So I'm like, oh no, this ain't that, bro. I done seen too much, or too much in life. Like, I'm not about to go out like this. I closed that door so quick. I got the fuck out of that room. I closed it, went on to the next room. Leave it for the next. Like, I'm done with this. I already was getting like a creepy, weird ass vibe. And if you know, there are a lot of stories that people, they see like silhouettes, black silhouettes. Sometimes people will see people running at them that aren't there. You'll hear things will move. That is just the very first instance. You guys like and comment if you want to hear more.
Friend, what we doing? Not that room, not that bathroom. We gonna keep on moving. I feel like I would have clocked out for tonight because what? What? That's wow. Wow. No. It's like she handled that very well, very calmly. Because honey, what? Twice it happened, and you in the same spot, same like back to back. And then you feel cold. Oh no, I don't know. I feel like I would have turned in my badge that day. But yeah, subscribe.